Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing 10,600 plus. If you haven't had your tia smash that subscribe button, go ahead and have her smash it right now. Roll call time. Starting with the countries in order: United States, Mexico, Canada. Never again, you're doing your job. Keep it up, man. Puerto Rico as well. The UK, Australia, Philippines, India. What up, India? New Zealand, Germany. I was stationed in Germany 3 years. Finland, El Salvador. What up? Nicaragua, Netherlands, Panama. All right, and the list goes on. I see Peru and Brazil there. Now let's go on to the cities. LA, that's it. That's a wrap, LA. You've been holding on to title number one since day one. All right. I don't know if it's a numbers thing. I don't know what's going on. Keep doing what you're doing. San Diego, number 2. Wow. LA, San Diego, San Francisco, my people in Sacramento, Phoenix, San Jose, Vegas, Fresno, Dallas, Chula Vista, Bakersfield, and Houston. Keep it up. We got some breaking news. Governor Newsom announced a new warden yesterday. That new warden, he goes by the name of Martin Gamboa of Avenal State Prison. I want to be the first to congratulate you, Mr. Gamboa. All right? You passed the vetting system of CDCR. But did you pass the vetting system of the people? We'll see. We'll see. This episode right here is going to be about how has my life been since I resigned from the California Department of Corrections on December 1st, 2022. Approximately 3 months ago, right? I walked away. I walked out the front door with my chin up, my shoulders back. That's how I tell my daughter to walk around. And no worries in the world. I ain't got nothing to worry about, right? No skeletons in my closet. It's all out there, right? It's all out here on the YouTube. So how has it been, man? Hector, you doing all right? Hector, you not living by a dumpster, are you, my boy? I could kick you down some sopas. I'm doing all right, people. I'm actually doing better than I have ever been in my life. By far. Peace of mind wise. Peace of mind, happiness, fulfilling my passion, doing what I enjoy doing. Man, this is it. This is it. Yesterday was by far the busiest day because your boy's been busy grinding nonstop. It doesn't stop, right? But yesterday started at like 2 a.m., like 2:30 in the morning. That went on to like 8 p.m. I was on the phone. I was doing podcast interviews with the jewel thief, Larry Lawton. That dude has 1.4 million subscribers on his channel. Wow. Just doing big things right now, right? I'm passionate about helping others. That's my passion. Helping others. Whether it's with substance abuse, mental illness, struggles, trauma, educating people, putting them up on game with my experiences, leadership. These are just things that I'm straight passionate about, man. Right? I enjoy doing it. I love it. I'm thriving. My world in CDCR as a lieutenant, I was confined to a box. And people say, in the inmate population, you should say like, hey, well, at least you get to go home at the end of the day. At least you get to go home. While that is saying much, while that is saying a lot, it really isn't saying much. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner. If I can be fairly honest, I was a prisoner. Like a prisoner of my own mind, a prisoner of other people's suppression because my world was confined to a prison, right? We were not allowed to talk to the media. Could you imagine starting a YouTube channel when you're in the department, you're first and foremost gonna go under an investigation, no matter what you're talking about, whether it's good, whether it's bad. The powers that be ain't gonna be having that, right? And you're representing the department, whether you like it or not. You being employed, you're representing the department, so that's gonna be a no-go, right? So I'm just confined to my little office with my little cup of coffee, right? I never shared these stories with anyone. Unless like you were like really, 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 really close to me. Like really, like personal. Ain't nobody really knew my stories, right? I didn't just go around talking like this, man. I was just very quiet, I used to joke, man. Jokester. I've always been a jokester, but it was like like limited, man. I didn't like that. Not in the slightest. I didn't feel like myself, right? Right now I feel like myself, man. Has there been changes, adjustments? Of course, of course. But something I've come to realize is that I was very wasteful. I was making a lot of money, 10 grand a month, pulling 10. Your boy was pulling 10 G's a month. But looking back, man, I was buying Starbucks every day. I was going out to eat often, not as often before COVID because the prices still went crazy. But like, I would order bigger portions and I could even finish. Like I was just very wasteful. Like all that stuff, it was just extra that I didn't need, you know. And I see that now because, man, your boy went to the restaurant the other day. I was licking the plate right there. Like, I ain't throwing this away. But that just becomes more, how do you say? You become gratitude, right, for the stuff that you do have. And that's just financially speaking, man. I haven't even gotten into the family portion, into the being a father. That is a million times, that is unexplainable. My daughter is stuck to me like gum, man, like chicle. Like I cannot get her away from me, which is awesome. It's, man, unexplainable, right? Unexplainable. Stress, I'll be honest with you guys, and for you guys still in department, there's 2 doors to staff entrance, right? As I walked into the middle of the 2 doors, right, to show my ID before I turned it into the front personnel office, the stress was gone, lifted, right? And that was just initial. It's gotten drastically better. Instantly, man. Instantly. My face didn't feel like scrunched anymore, you know, walking around. And I explained that to people. I'm like, hey, working in a prison, like, my face became a certain way. You ain't gonna be walking around smiling around a prison, right? There's some people that do, but you kind of look at it like, what's wrong with you, man? But no, it has been absolutely worth it. Worth it. Overall worth it. Yes, my life did change. It changed, man. I'm not going to Starbucks every day. That's one. I'm probably going now once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Your boy is brewing it at the pad, right? Gotta have my chanate. That's mando. That's mandatory right there. Working out never changed. It doesn't cost anything to do burpees. Wherever you're at, drop down, knock out some burpees, right? Do an extra one for the big homies. Like that, huh? So just keep at it, right? Keep at it. I love the feedback that I've gotten from everyone. And this is what I want to share in this message right here. This is going to be a long message. A long message, that's good. I need you guys to understand something. Your boy, Hector Bravo, went through it. I absolutely went through it. My demons almost got the best of me over and over and over again. I used up my 9 lives and then some. I'm not even putting that lightly, right? I wasn't knocking on death's door. I was trying to kick that door down when I was going through it, right? I was kicking it. If you guys are struggling, right? You guys are not alone at all. One thing you guys are not seeing that I'm seeing is that, hey, I'm seeing the network, right? The community. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, this community of warriors. Man, you are not alone. And just by simply knowing you're not alone should be enough, like, push to want to go get that help, right? I remember when I realized I was an alcoholic, right? I had to go to rehab. I had to go to rehab at the VA hospital. And hearing another person share my story, hearing them talk, and that dude at that time had like 12 years of sobriety, which is crazy because now I have 12 years. But didn't even think about that. Just knowing that there was somebody else like me was like a lot of weight lifted off my shoulders. I seriously thought I was the only one like that. Out of the group of friends that I had, I was like the wildest. Like by far, I would take it overboard, man. Blacking out, just going nuts, right? So like, yeah. Hey, this is the community of warriors, right? So like, I'm all about this. This is priceless. You can't put a price on this. It feels great. It feels right. So yeah, it's been worth it. Of course it has, man. Like, right now I'm touching the untouchables, right? Which is cool. Like, I love it. The people I'm meeting, the networking, the opportunities. I didn't think it was gonna be like this, right? I didn't think it was gonna be like this. I'm humbled. I'm humbled by the experience. With that being said, I want to thank everyone. I want to thank all of you guys. You know, thank you for riding along in the journey with this journey, man. It's great. You know, it helps me when you guys spread the channel, spread that message, because we're only growing bigger. And to tell you what, yesterday I was talking to Larry Lawton. That dude did a lot of time in the feds, right? A well-known individual in the YouTube community. This dude's like killing it. This dude right now is on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast, Cali, right? San Diego. Think about that. Think about that, man. We are talking, building that bridge. That's the whole United States, man. And it doesn't stop there. It's the world. I just gave you guys a rundown of who's watching. He asked me, what are we going to do? What needs to be done? How can we change? I told him, dude, right now, this is what we need to be doing. We need to band together, network, and actually make the changes, not the fake changes, not the political agenda-driven changes like, oh, look at what we're doing because I want a promotion. No, do something that's actually going to benefit the world, right? The world in a safe manner, in a smart manner. With that, thank you guys. Keep pushing forward.